Hello, everyone, Randy here, and who's ready to make a mess? And I'm guessing, everyone, this is going to be a mess. We're standing in the wife's office here. For those of you seen the last video, we tore all the nice-looking tongue and groove boards off the wall. For the most part, that went pretty good. In the process of doing so, we got into the ceiling just a little bit, and yeah, and that's going to be interesting. Also, not to mention, if you didn't see the last video, let me just get out here again. What is this building style here? Oh my goodness, this is just like a jigsaw cookie cutter. I have no idea when this wall here isn't much better. This is all just like scabbed together. Like what? I don't know, I don't know. I'm interested to see what's up above here. So anyway, speaking of which, we're gonna don some gear here. I'm gonna put on the old mask and coat and gloves, and we're gonna suit up, zip up, cover up. And we're going into the ceiling oven. Speaking of which, by the way, if you didn't see last video too, by the way, we know for sure we got some water coming in, because this up here was damp here last video. It doesn't appear to be damp at the moment, but not to say it isn't damp up above there. And there is actually insulation, at least some places anyway, everyone. So there is insulation up here, surprisingly. Maybe not the best insulation, I don't know, but there is actually insulation up there, so that might compound this problem even more yet. And there was actually insulation in these walls too. Not the greatest maybe, but there was at least some insulation, right? So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to set the camera up, probably just set the GoPro up in the corner here, and we're going to tear whatever this is off first. I'm guessing, by the way, just real quick here too, everyone. I'm guessing this was maybe the original ceiling at some point. Looks like beadboard. It is like finished, everyone. So I don't think they would have put this up here if they wouldn't have finished it, and actually that was the ceiling at some point. So we had the drop ceiling that we tore off. Then we had, I'm guessing this was probably a ceiling at some point. And then we got this. Now, is there something above this? I don't know. Maybe there's another one above this. I doubt it, everyone. But yeah, you can see it's, there's some issues up there. This room, we got just a little bit more to go right here, and I just finished vacuuming up all the loose insulation that was up above there. For some reason, Evan, all this had bat insulation. There's all bats in here, including back here, Evan. There's all bat insulation. But then up above here, Evan, they had loose insulation, and I think about 4 or 5 vacuum loads later, Evan, I finally vacuumed it all out of that. I don't know why they had loose insulation up there and all the rest was bats. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, we'll talk about this room a little bit more, Kevin, once I'm done removing that ceiling. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on here, Kevin. Some interesting stuff. Plus, it's raining out, and we got a bucket down there. Yes. Does that tell you folks anything? It's raining outside, and we got a bucket. Oh, well, anyway, I'm going to get the rest of the ceiling removed, everyone. See if I can set the camera up here somewhere. I brought my lights in here because I don't want to turn that light on. I'd rather not turn that light on if I don't have to. So, anyway, actually, what is this here? This is, more tongue groove. Okay, we got more tongue groove up there. I went cool. So we'll get that tongue groove off there. Also, there's some more tongue groove on that back wall. And is this is separate than down here, right? Okay, so I actually got more tongue groove. Or actually, no, is this tongue groove? Yes, that is tongue groove as well. Okay, a lot more tongue groove in there. That, I think that's shiplap there, by the way. I don't think that's tongue groove. We're not going to bother. Well, I don't think we'll remove that. So anyway, let's get working here. Gutted out of this little like crawl space here. I was planning on just like doing the ceiling at first, Evan, but then yeah, the walls had to go first there because the ceiling was above it. So oh well. One thing I do notice, Evan, the roof decking, if you will, definitely looks much worse above here than it does in most other places, with the exception of the wet spot up here. That of course looks worse, but yeah, this side again, Evan, had the loose insulation for some reason. I don't know why, Evan. Everything else in here had bad insulation, like the 24-inch, I guess it's what, 20, is it 21? No, 22 and a half, right? Wide insulation in it. But here, everyone, it was loose. So why that was, I don't know. Apparently, I did a pretty good job when I vacuumed it up, but I really tried to vacuum it up the best I could. I got a couple little pieces here and there that came down when I was taking the ceiling down on them, but for the most part, yeah, vacuuming it up through there, I got like 90, I would say 99% of it. So pretty happy about that. Anyway, what I'm going to do now, Evan, is I'm going to go around this room and remove all the scabbed on boards. And I'm thinking this room will start maybe making a little more sense here once I do that. We just got all this, like this here and that up there and these, well, yeah, I guess I'll remove that. I don't know, we'll see once here. Like this here. Yeah, there's just like all kinds of scabbed on boards around this room, everyone. So I'm going to get all those pulled out. And then, like I said, maybe this room will start coming together in my mind a little bit more. Because this just is not making sense to me. This building style. Like, what? Oh, this probably, to be honest, never will make sense down here. What? I know I keep talking about them, but every time I look at it, I'm just like, what? Okay, and after several hours of gutting here, I think we finally got this room mostly down to just like the bare essentials in here for the most part. There might be a couple extra pieces here and there. I don't think those are actually extra. I don't think. I don't know, maybe they are, but look like they're tying in the upper rafter piece. I don't know, is that considered a rafter when it's like that? The slope roof piece there with the header here. Speaking of the header, it looks like what they have here, they got 2x4s running up. I'm not entirely sure what's up with this mess here. I'm guessing there was something different here, maybe, I don't know, different windows at some point. Who knows? But they got those tied into the upper header piece of it that's running that way. That looks like a 2x10, I think. Yeah, I'm going to say that's probably a 2x10 up there, everyone. Doesn't appear to be in the greatest of shape here in a few places, but other than that, not too bad. The rest of the walls here haven't looked pretty good. Got all the extra wood taken off that wall there as well. Interestingly enough, Evan, apparently the one piece, the piece here, Evan, was apparently installed before they put on whatever they have on the outside of the wall here. So I thought that was rather interesting. Speaking of the outside of the wall, one thing I'm noticing about this, Evan, this obviously I'm sure is probably an addition to the house. I don't think this was original. The original house, I believe, is that right there, everyone. Whether they added this on like shortly after or immediately after, I don't know. But actually looking at that, everyone, I don't know, hard to say. Hard to say. I was going to say maybe if that was sheeted at some point, but can't really tell, can you? Anyway, there is no sheeting on the outside of these walls. I mean, that's probably another contributing factor to why this room is just so not pleasant, I guess you could say. Most of the rest of the house, Evan, is wrapped in, I'm thinking it's probably tar paper or something like that. Now, maybe they had a more fancy name for it, but that appears to be what it is, Evan. The house is wrapped in some sort of tar paper, right? This room, everyone, is not. You can see through the certain gaps here and there, like I just pointed out over there. And actually, if you look real close, you can see whatever the, I don't know, old wood siding or old siding was. You can see it through the gap there, everyone. And then just, of course, got the vinyl siding on after that. So that is, I'm sure, not helping. Also, we got a significant roof leak up there. A significant enough one of them that it actually, like, there's water in the bucket. Well, there's not at the moment because I emptied it, but there was a significant amount of water in that bucket there. So we're going to have to get up on the roof and sort that out. Took a look up there already, and I think we know where it's coming in. This is the roof line right here. So I was trying to figure out, like, what the heck is up with this piece that's right here. So if you notice, Evan, we got a piece that just, and then ends right there. What is that? That, I believe, is the soffit, however you say that, for the roof line up there. So the roof, if you look, Evan, oh, actually, no, it's that one up there. So if you look, there's that roof line right there, and it comes across to right there. And yes, Evan, right in the corner there, right in the corner. Those are always the suspects, right? That appears to be where it's leaking. Now, of course, this whole area just, does not look particularly good. There's definitely some mold up there. We're going to have to get something on there and spray that. They make stuff, Evan, you can just spray it on and should take care of that problem. So we'll plan on doing that here. Probably sooner rather than later, and then hopefully get that leak fixed. Got some ideas, Evan, so we'll just have to get up there and take care of that here at some point. The rest of the roof, Evan, I don't think the rest of the roof is leaking that I can tell. I mean, it doesn't look particularly pleasant over here, but I don't think it's leaking. I mean, I think that's it. This is the area where they had the loose fill insulation. Again, Evan, the rest of the roof had batt insulation. So I'm thinking just the loose insulation up here, but I don't know. I could be wrong. And maybe we do have a problem up here. It definitely doesn't look like super nice, that's for sure. But yeah, just looking around this room, and like I said, needs some work. Speaking of work, everyone, I've kind of changed my plans here slightly for this room. Obviously, looking at what we're working with, everyone, I was planning on putting just batt insulation in here, but I don't think that's going to work with this room, everyone. This, just this building style. Now, mind you, over here, it probably wouldn't work too bad. This, I mean, I think it's framed on, looks like probably 24-inch centers, if I had to guess there from the looks of it. So, yeah, pretty good spacing on that. So you just, get the insulation to accommodate for that, right? With that being said, we still have, like, an awful lot of, like, what's this and this mess down here. Oh, speaking of that, by the way, again, I plan on taking that from there, moving it to the floor. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but plan on doing that. And then we got this whole, what's the heck's going on over here? Plus, if we do spray foam, that'll take care of, like, sealing this up here as well. You can see down below there, like, yeah, there's a pretty good gap there. I'm not sure what's up with that either, but yeah, so that'll take care of that. Also, we got new windows, Evan. Got the new windows here for this room. Plan on putting them at some point here. Don't know if we'll get to that this week or not, but that would be kind of nice. So yeah, with that, when you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. This room is finally down to the studs, more or less, and we're going to start working on electrical and windows and yeah, all that good stuff. So again, everyone, thanks for watching. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below, and until next time.
You just stole your brother's petting hand. I was gonna pet him and he